Namaskara. This is yet another power of postpositions in Kannada video. And in this presentation, we are looking at the Re postposition. As you know, this is a series on power of postpositions. We started off with an overview. Then in that overview, I had given a list of common postpositions. And subsequent to the overview, I am taking each and every postposition and making 15 sentences with 15 verbs. Now we are in the Re postposition. Okay, this is the 15 verbs verb list, as you already know. So using these verbs, I will be making the Re postposition sentences. As usual, I will not give any grammatical explanation in the beginning. I will straight away go for the example, and the expectation is that you will see the pattern and be able to pick it up. This is much more natural than the boring grammar. Okay, let's start. If I work, I will get money. ನಾನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ. Right? ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ is your the ray. This ray is the suffix. If I watch a movie, I will get headache. ನಾನು movie ನೋಡಿದರೆ. So ಮಾಡಿದರೆ comes from ಮಾಡು. ಮಾಡು becomes ಮಾಡಿದರೆ. ನೋಡು becomes ನೋಡಿದರೆ. ನಾನು movie ನೋಡಿದರೆ ತಲೆನೋವು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. If I watch the movie, I will get headache. Okay. ತಲೆನೋವು. ತಲೆ is head. ನೋವು is pain. ಬರುತ್ತೆ will come. ನಾನು ಮೂವಿ ನೋಡಿದರೆ. Okay, if I tell you a secret, will you keep it safe? ನಿನಗೆ ಒಂದು ರಹಸ್ಯ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಜೋಪಾನವಾಗಿ ಇಡುತ್ತೀಯಾ? ಜೋಪಾನವಾಗಿ ಇಡುತ್ತೀಯಾ? ಇಡು is to keep. ಜೋಪಾನವಾಗಿ means safe, securely. Okay, ಜೋಪಾನವಾಗಿ ಇಡುತ್ತೀಯಾ? So ಹೇಳಿದರೆ comes from ಹೇಳು. If I ask a question, will you answer? ನಾನು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ ನೀನು ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೀಯಾ? ಕೊಡು is to give. Okay, ಉತ್ತರ is answer. Will you give an answer? Okay, ಕೇಳಿದರೆ comes from ಕೇಳು. If I inform them now, will they get angry? ನಾನು ಈಗ ಅವರಿಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿದರೆ ಅವರು ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಆಗುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಆಗು means to get angry. ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಆಗುತ್ತಾರಾ? Question. ಅವರು ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಆಗುತ್ತಾರಾ? If you say ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಆಗುತ್ತಾರಾ means it's a question. ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಆಗುತ್ತಾರೆ means a statement. ತಿಳಿಸು becomes ತಿಳಿಸಿದರೆ. If you show me the house, I will come myself next time. ನೀವು ಮನೆ ತೋರಿಸಿದರೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ಸಲ ನಾನಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾನಾಗಿ means on my own. ನೀವು ಮನೆ ತೋರಿಸಿದರೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ಸಲ ನಾನಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. If I send you a letter, will you be able to receive it? ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಸಲ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಬಹುದಾ? ತಗೊಳ್ಳ is take, receive. Right? ಕೊಳ್ಳಬಹುದಾ also you can say to receive, accept. Okay? ಕಳಿಸಿದರೆ. If I stay in your house, is it troublesome for you? ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇದೆಯಾ? ತೊಂದರೆ means trouble. ಏನಾದರೂ means whatsoever. ಏನಾದರೂ. Okay? ಏನಾದರೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇದೆಯಾ? Then ಏನಾದರೂ say ನನಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡಿ means give anything for me to eat. Give something, right, for me to eat. That's this ಏನಾದರೂ. So it is obtained from ಏನು plus ಆದರೂ. Okay. ಏನು means what. ಆದರೂ means whatsoever. Okay. ಆದರೂ means but. So ಏನಾದರೂ put together means whatsoever. Okay. If I become a doctor, I will serve the public for free. ನಾನು ವೈದ್ಯರು ಆದರೆ, it is taken from ಆಗು. ಆಗು becomes ಆದರೆ. Okay. ಸಮಾಜ ಸೇವೆ ಉಚಿತವಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Okay. ಉಚಿತವಾಗಿ means ಉಚಿತ means free. Uchita also means acceptable, but it can also be used for free of cost. Okay, Uchitavagi. I think if you have noticed TV advertisements in Kannada, They will always say, ಈ ಸೋಪು ಈ ಸೋಪು ಜೊತೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೂನ್ ಉಚಿತ, something like that. Or ಈ shampoo ಜೊತೆ conditioner uchita. Uchita they will use for TV advertisement, Kannada TV advertisements. If you have been courageous enough to try to understand it. Okay, Martini. Okay, then if I go that side, I will buy vegetables. ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋದರೆ ತರಕಾರಿಗಳು ಕೊಂಡುಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. Buy again is ಕೊಂಡುಕೊಳ್ಳು. Okay, ಕೊಂಡುಕೊಳ್ಳು is buy. ಕೊಂಡುಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, ಆ ಕಡೆ means side. Okay, ಹೋದರೆ ಹೋಗು ಹೋದರೆ. If you come this side, please come to my shop. ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಬರು ಬಂದರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಂಗಡಿಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. Okay, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಆ ಕಡೆ. ಈ ಕಡೆ means this side. ಆ ಕಡೆ means that side. Right? If you bring sweets, they will be happy. ನೀವು ಸಿಹಿ ಭಕ್ಷ್ಯಗಳು ತಂದರೆ ತರು ತಂದರೆ. ಅವರು ಸಂತೋಷ ಪಡುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಂತೋಷ ಪಡು means to experience ಸಂತೋಷ, happiness. Right? Padu is to experience. If you take the early morning bus, you will reach on time. ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗಿನ ಬಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡರೆ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ತಲುಪುತ್ತೀರಿ. ತಲುಪು is to reach. ತಲುಪುತ್ತೀರಿ means you will reach. ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ means early morning. ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗಿನ ಬಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡರೆ, ತಗೊಂಡರೆ. If I get a good job, I will give you a gift. ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದರೆ, ಸಿಗು verb becomes ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದರೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕೊಡುಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಕೊಡು is to give. That's why from kodu is the verb give. You get the noun koduge, it means gift. Gift is again in English also same. Give became gift. Similarly, kodu verb became koduge. Koduge means the object that is being given. Koduge. Okay. If you catch the thief, let me know. ಕಳ್ಳರನ್ನು ಹಿಡಿದರೆ ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿ. ತಿಳಿಸಿ is to inform. Right? ಕಳ್ಳ means thief. Hidi is to catch. ಹಿಡಿದರೆ. Okay. Now some basic concepts about re. So the re suffix when added to a verb, you will get the if condition. Now it is not added to the verb directly. It has to be added to the past relative participle of the verb. Okay. Now I have given a presentation on participles. So please take a look at it. I've given a table containing all the common past relative participles, meaning common irregular verb past relative participle. As you know, when it comes to past tense, verbs can be regular or irregular. Okay. Regular verbs means you can apply a formula. Irregular verbs means you cannot apply any formula. You have to understand the form, the past tense form. You have to remember the past tense forms. Okay. Who ending regular verbs. Madu will become madida. This is your madida is your past relative participle. Non-who ending regular verb. Hidi will become hidida. Okay. On top of that, you will add the re to get the if condition. Hididare, madidare. All irregular verbs, that is irregular in the past tense, will have their own rules. Baru taru will become banda tanda. Iru will become idda. That is, idda is the past relative participle of iru. Agu will become ada. Hogu will become hoda. Like that, I have given a list, a table in my participles video of the common irregular verbs in the past, which is about 20 or so. So it's easy to remember. The examples given here are simple pattern. For example, if future tense condition, then future outcome is what I have given as examples in the previous slides. There are other patterns that are also possible. If past perfect, then would have model. Okay, this one we'll see examples of this in the next slide. If I had gone there, I would have saved him. ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ. If I had gone, ಅವನನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. This would have is implemented in Kannada as a compact what is called as a past continuous tense. Okay, a compact past continuous tense is used to implement would have, which is a modal. Okay, it's called a modal in English. Would have, could have, should have, must, right? All these things are called modals in English. Modals, not models. Okay, it's MODALs, modals. So in Kannada, would have is implemented as past continuous tense of the a compact past continuous. So continuous tense has got two form, an expanded form and a compact form. Okay, for example, Madutta iddini, right? Madutta iddini means I am doing. Madutta. The utta suffix is what represents continuous tense. Take the verb, add utta suffix to it, then you have to add the iru verbs form. Okay, so madutta iddini means I am doing. Madutta iddane means he is doing. Madutta iddale means she is doing. Right? Madutta ide means it is doing. Okay, so that is the expanded form. The compact form of continuous tense is ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. Instead of ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ, you say ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. That's the compact form. Now, this is the present continuous. So, past continuous is nothing but ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ will still be the same. The iddini will become idde, will become past tense, simple past. Then you will get your past continuous. So, ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, right? That's your expanded past continuous form. The compact past continuous form is ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. And that is the form used that should be used for would condition. Okay, so again I have a separate long video for modals. Please take a look. You'll be able to understand things like would have, could have, should have. Okay, then ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅವನನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ಕಾಪಾಡು means to save. Okay, ಉಳಿಸು is also to save. ಉಳಿಸು, ಕಾಪಾಡು both are synonyms for to save verb. If you don't come, I will also not go. So this is like, so that this pattern is over. Okay, this is a new pattern, negative pattern. If you don't come, I will also not go. Okay, so ನೀನು ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. So here this ಅಂದರೆ is used as a conjunction. Okay, ಅಂದರೆ is obtained from a verb called annu. Annu means to say. Okay, to say, meaning to tell, to say. Tell is helu. Annu is also to tell or to say. Now, this annu is an irregular verb in the past. So you take this annu, you get the past relative participle of annu will be anda. Okay, right? Just like baru will become banda, annu will become anda. Then you add re, andare. So this andare is a common if condition. You can use anywhere as a conjunction. That's the example that I'm going to give you. This is easy form of creating if condition. Okay, instead of taking the verb, converting it to past relative participle and then adding re, because for some verbs you may not know the past relative participle, then you can use this andere, and that is what I'm going to tell here. Go. Neenu baralla antare nanu hogalla. So neenu baralla is a statement by itself. Okay, rightfully you should say neenu. This is a negative condition. So this baru this baru verb is the one that in which you have to add the re. So for example, neenu barade iddare, you have to say, right? Barade iddare, to bring to have the effect of if you don't come. Okay, so the easy way of forming that will be neenu baralla andare. So neenu baralla is a statement. Put the statement saying neenu baralla means you are not coming. Okay, then if you put andere, it gives a if condition. So you are not coming if, which means if you are not coming. So all you have to do when you want to use andere is make a statement, add andere, it becomes a condition. So neenu baralla is a statement, you will not come. But if you put andere after that, it will become if you will not come. Nanu hogalla, I also will not go. For example, easier way to look at it is Neenu bandare, Nanu hogtini. If you come, I will go. Okay. So now how will you change this to andere? So instead of saying Neenu bandare, say for example, you don't know that Baru is bandare. The relative participle of past relative participle of Baru is banda. If you don't know it, then you will say Neenu ನೀನು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೀನು ನೀನು ಸಾರಿ, ನೀನು ಬರ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂದರೆ, or ನೀನು ಬರ್ತೀಯಾ ಅಂದರೆ. See, ನೀನು ಬರ್ತೀಯಾ means you are coming. So put that statement and then after that you put ಅಂದರೆ. ನೀನು ಬರ್ತೀಯಾ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. Right? So this will make it easy. Instead of saying ನೀನು ಬಂದರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ನೀನು ಬಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. Instead of saying that, you can say ನೀನು ಬರ್ತೀಯಾ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. So that's where this andere comes in. I hope it's clear. All you have to do is take a statement, add andere to it, it will become a condition. Next, one more example. If she is coming, then I will wait. Avalu baruttale andere. So avalu baruttale is a statement. If I put andere after that, it becomes if she is coming. Nanu kaitini. Kayu is to wait. Actually, the verb root for wait is ka. Just ka. Okay. Then using ka directly is difficult, so they make it into kayu. So add you to it. So kayu means to wait or to protect. Nanu kaitini means I will wait. Avalu baruttale andere. Right? So you could see that andere converts a statement into a if condition. That's what I'm trying to say. Avalu baruttale is she is coming. Okay, without the if. If you put andere, if she is coming. Okay. If the clouds are dark, then rain will surely come. Okay. ಮೋಡ ಕಪ್ಪಾಗಿ ಇರತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ, see, moda means clouds. Kappu means black. Kappagi means in blackness, like black. Okay, like black. Iratte andere. So moda kappagi iratte means the clouds are dark is a statement. But if you add andere to it, then it becomes if the clouds are dark, then male baratte. Okay. So how will you, without andere, how will you use it? Moda kappagi iddare. If you don't know iru is iddare, then you can say iratte andere. Okay, that's how you make it easy. Male is rain. Kandita means surely, certainly. Baratte will come. Okay, so I think this is the last slide. I hope this re suffix is clear. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.